you're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
The year 2025 is still a few years away, but a surprising statement came from MotoGP legend Casey Stoner. In a recent interview, Stoner mentioned that Marc Marquez is a very difficult rider to beat, and he is very confident that Marquez will win the 2025 MotoGP World title. With Marquez's track record and incredible ability, one can't help but wonder, what makes Stoner so confident in his prediction? Is Marquez really going to return to the top and beat his rivals, or are there other factors that make him confident? In this video, we'll take a look at Stoner's statement, analyze what's really going on in the MotoGP world, and whether this prediction might come true in the future. So, if you don't want to miss interesting information about MotoGP and other predictions, don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the bell so that you are always updated with the latest videos from us. And here's the full story. Casey Stoner said Marc Marquez has a great opportunity to return to achievement with Ducati in the upcoming 2025 MotoGP. Marc Marquez showed a different appearance throughout the 2024 MotoGP with his new team, Gresini Racing, after leaving Honda. The rider nicknamed Baby Alien appeared competitive despite being equipped with last year's version of the motorbike, the Ducati Desmosedici GP23 by his team. Until completing 19 series of races or leaving one final series, Marquez is still perched in third place. The winner of 8 world titles occupied that position after incising a total of 9 podiums with 3 wins. The revival shown by Marquez has previously had a positive impact on his future for the upcoming 2025 MotoGP. Marquez was promoted to become Francesco Bagnaia's teammate in the factory Ducati team. Ducati's decision to bring in Marquez is certainly surprising because they also have the option of Jorge Martin, who is also worthy. The Pramac Racing rider is even on the verge of becoming world champion in MotoGP 2024 with a 24-point lead over Bagnaia. Apart from his flashy performance this season, Ducati chose Marquez also because of his track record as the winner of 8 world titles. No doubt, not a few parties think that the 31-year-old racer will soar next season with the Borgo Panigale team. That is what is in the mind of Casey Stoner, who in fact once brought Ducati to the highest class for the first time in the 2007 season. For Curry Boy, Marquez's arrival at Gresini, a Ducati customer team, has changed everything. How could it not? Because of the Spanish rider, the difference between the GP23 and GP24 bikes is not so significant when on the track. Marquez can often catch Bagnaia and Jorge Martin from Pramac Racing, who rides the Ducati Desmosedici GP24. It's very difficult to tell the difference between the GP23 and GP24, Casey Stoner said, as reported by Bolasport.com from the Motosan website. They can say that there are some changes to this bike, he added. Furthermore, Stoner feels that the owner of number 93 will immediately feel comfortable when he is next to Bagnaia as a factory racer. But when Marquez comes next year, I think the bike won't be much different. I'm sure he will feel comfortable, said Stoner. On the same occasion, Stoner even dared to predict that Marquez could become world champion in the upcoming 2025 MotoGP with Ducati. The Australian man's view is quite reasonable considering that Marquez is still the greatest racer on the MotoGP main class grid today. We'll see what happens, but I am very confident that Marquez will win the MotoGP title in 2025, said Stoner. Because right now he is the best rider, of course, as long as the regulations or electronic devices don't interfere too much with the bike. Because at any time, the rider is less important than the bike, he added. On the other hand, Marc Marquez will again be a difficult rider to beat in MotoGP. The prediction has been revealed by former MotoGP racer Marco Melandri. Melandri said Marquez will be very fast when he is in the factory Ducati team starting next season in MotoGP 2025. The racer who finished under Valentino Rossi in MotoGP 2005 emphasized that Marquez would consistently be in the front competition. This season alone, the Cervera rider has shown his sharpness with Gresini Racing. Marquez has won 3 victories in long races. The record is even the same as the victory achieved by the top standings, Jorge Martin this season. Melandri warned Marquez's rivals. He said Marquez would be the rider to beat. Melandri considers Marquez's achievements this season using only last year's bike an important benchmark. Marquez can be very dangerous when he will use the Desmaceticide GP25. Marquez will be the one to beat. He's a bad dog, Melandri said, reported by Bolasport.com from GP1. When he has to be there, he is there. He, Marquez, makes no mistakes, and even when he has a crash, he will fix it immediately. He crashed more often than others, but he did it when he could, which was in practice. In the race, it happens to him a lot because the GP23 is very much different from the GP24. But no one could outperform him on last year's bike, and I think that is an important benchmark, Melandri said. In addition, Melandri also expressed his opinion on the competition between Jorge Martin and Francesco Bagnaia in the World Championship. We'll see how this championship ends, Melandri said. If Martin manages to beat him, for Pecco it could be a push, a stimulus to respond, and also give him the knowledge that he can be beaten. However, I think Mark will reap the rewards, he said.
You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she